that about? Oh my god. Uh, I'm sick of new people just kind of finding their way in. I don't know how it keeps happening, but I've been trying to slow it down.
Hmm. Well, maybe they need it.
I don't know. There's too many. It's starting to get overcrowded.
Hmm.
And if it gets overcrowded, it's practically like a giant smoke signal to the parallax, and I can't risk that more than I already have been.
How have you been risking that?
I've been kind of meaning to talk to you about that.
About what?
Um, I guess a lot of things. I guess the first one being, I don't know how long it's gonna be until they find this place.
Hmm.
But there's been a critical security breach.
By who?
Unknown source. I'm tracking it right now.
Do you think that's what's been letting proxies in?
Partially so. Basically, I think security breach and all. There's only a matter of time until something happens, but I don't know what. I will say, I have a trusted spy on the inside with both parts. His name is Maxime.
Oh.
I know him very well. Some people are very wary of him. He's nothing to be worried about.
Hmm.
I've known him for a very long time.
Well, if... Why'd you never tell me about him?
I didn't want to cause mass hysteria because of those he's affiliated with.
That... That makes sense, yeah.
You might hear the name Helios thrown around a few months from now.
And who's that?
Same person. That's
Oh,
Maxine.
okay. Well, if you trust him, then I have no reason not to, so...
His affiliations are complicated.
Hmm.
He works with the Parallax directly.
Well, he's also working against them, right? So,
Of course he is.
let's just
But
say I've been in that situation.
against them for the sake of everyone else, though.
Hmm.
He's working for me. And me alone.
Well, only question is then, is his action still going to benefit everyone
Yes.
else? That's all that matters.
He tells me he's got plans for me.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what that entails, but he says there's something I need to know, but I haven't quite been equipped with the means to know it yet. So when that day comes, I guess I'll change somehow. Again. I don't know. He was really vague with it.
That's not
He
helpful.
does that. He does that. He's always been very vague.
Hmm.
But you're probably not gonna find this as a reason to trust him, but he was responsible for my acclimation.
Really?
He did it? He and Kiara did anyways.
He... Wasn't that terrible? I mean...
It was
Sorry if
awful. I hated it. But
I'm sorry if this is a loaded question, but how can you trust him?
because of his method. Because I found recently that he was supposed to wipe me entirely, and he didn't. He chose not to. Instead of turning me into a blank slate, he kept as much of me as he could.
Oh, wow.
Whatever it was, his efforts were to preserve me. So,
Glad he saw value in the person you are.
I'm trying to figure out why, because that was never really explained to me. But
I know I'd do it.
I suppose when you get the opportunity to play God, you can do just that then.
Keep the ones you love and get rid of the ones you want. Or you don't. Maybe he cares about you.
I know he does. But his reasons are interesting, to say the least.
Hmm.
There's not a lot that I know about him other than the fact that he invented the modern sort of standard for acclamations. And then he was responsible for mine, and then I was his most, quote, ambitious project.
Why? I mean, look, it's great that you're a manager and all. I mean, that you are able to house this, at least what you are able to do as a manager. I know, but I mean, why? Why did he? Because I mean, every day I see what you have to go through, and I bet it's not even the tip of the iceberg. If he was able to bring you back, why not just as a proxy? I mean, in hindsight, I guess it was a good decision, but I doubt he knew any of that would have happened
I don't think
when he
he'd
did
answer
it.
that question if I or anybody else asked. I don't think he can. He's not really allowed to share a lot of information. He and I have spoken about that. But if he's brought me this far, then who am I not to trust him?
I guess so.
Whatever I have done really has just been, I guess, a mix of his guidance and my own gut instinct. I mean, everything I learned how to do as a manager is because of him. I learned how to do this because of him. He taught me how to do it. He's rather high ranking within the Parallax. So.
I'm glad you trust me to know about him.
You and Fable are the only ones that know.
Figures. Wish there was more people you could trust.
I don't want to cause a mass hysteria. I've already had enough of that already.
That's fair. Well, that being said, of course, I'll keep this quiet between us three. Of course,
Yeah.
I mean, you can trust me to do that.
Fable doesn't like or trust Maxine all that much, but
I don't.
that's because she and I haven't really spoken a lot about it.
I mean, really, I don't blame her.
She's nervous.
Yeah. Personally, I've never had any qualms with the Parallax that were because of anything they did to me. So, from Fable's standpoint, I guess I can understand.
As of right now, the fate of this place kind of rests in Maxine's hands. And whatever he's doing with that little Sawyer kid.
What's he doing with that Sawyer kid?
He knows him.
Hmm.
He can't tell me what's up with it, but I have a very strong suspicion that he hasn't denied. That kid is a spy.
That'd explain his weird obsession with you. Though it's not really exactly a attracting force. I mean, if that kid was fucking groveling at my knees, I would probably want to get as far away from him as possible.
Yeah.
But that's... I mean, it's
odd.
kind of comforting, I guess, that there's someone up there that's on our side. Or on your side, at least.
And ours by proximity, I guess.
Yeah. On your side, benefiting everyone else. That is to say, it's just, I guess, comforting to know that there's someone whose best interests aren't to have your head on a stick.
That makes one person.
That makes one person.
The
Up
rest of
there,
them
at
want me
least.
imprisoned.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm like a wildly famous outlaw. Like, stuff for the history books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. To think that 3 years ago I was a dumb kid. I feel like I've aged 30-something years.
Yeah. I've learned more in the year I was in Simulation Zero than I ever had in 500 years as a spirit roaming the fucking astral plane or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So, this place has that effect on people, I guess. Or that
I
place,
mean,
this place, whatever place, you know?
I mean, the intention is to learn. Whether it be you learning or, whatever kind of an observer learning. I mean, someone's gathering information somewhere. Right now, it's me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I regret taking people here.
It has good
Sometimes I regret
intentions.
doing this because everyone hates it. And I'm taking people away from their homes to preserve the lives of the few of them that I know. And I don't know, maybe I was wrong.
It's like, call this a terrible analogy, but I guess like making kids eat their vegetables. They don't want to do it. You don't want to make them do it, but they need to do it. I mean,
The whole trolley problem? You kill a
I've
few or
heard
you
of
kill
it.
a bunch. That's what
Yeah.
this feels like. Either way, I'm hooked. Exactly what this feels like, really. Either I'd let a few of the most important people in my life die, or I let a whole lot of people I don't know all that well suffer.
Just a matter if you're willing to pull the lever.
I don't know if I'm made to have that kind of control. Maxine says I am, and I believe him, but deep down I kind of doubt it. I'm no saint.
I
I'm,
know,
I'm no
sorry.
god. I'm a fucked up person like the rest of you, I guess. If you could even call me a person. I've felt like it less and less these days. More of a means to an end than anything. You ever felt like that? A means to an end?
Yeah, I've felt like that before. Just doing something to finish the job.
And when my job's done, nobody's gonna need me anymore, and I guess Eleanor was right about that. They'll terminate me. Easy. Once they see no purpose in me. Or if they find me. Which, honestly, gets more and more likely every day.
I won't
They don't
lie.
understand that I'm just trying to do a good thing.
They don't know what it. I don't think they see the difference between good, bad, or whatever. I think they just think objectively right and objectively wrong, and well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I'd do this, but if they ever find their way here, I'll do everything in my power to keep you safe. Of course, I don't know what all is in my power, but I'll do my best. Call it a making up for mistakes of the past. In a healthier way, I guess.
I don't know, it's all just a lot. It's been a lot ever since it happened, and I don't know. I haven't really told much of anybody about this, but I don't know. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I mean, it's awful. And so there are some people out there that I hate.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, you took it away from Eleanor.
For a different reason.
Yeah.
She looks down on people so much, I feel like she should at least have a little empathy.
Hmm. Live without it for so long, I'm not sure it's gonna be easy to get back. Not to say she's in any way justified for her, for lack of better terms, shitty behavior, but
I wish she'd learn.
she needs
I
to be
think even
willing.
she has a chance at redemption if she's human, but it's like she doesn't care to try.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of why I was so not too keen on killing her when y'all kind of discussed that idea. I know it's what Fable wants more than anything,
That's what I
but
want more than anything.
it's just like, how will we know she's incapable of change if we don't give her the chance to try? Of course, she's had more than enough chances, but I mean, a real chance. She's a horrible, horrible person, but
She hasn't changed. You've spoken. She hasn't changed at all. She's still just as entitled.
yeah.
Just as eager to threaten me and tell me that I'll have my comeuppance or whatever the fuck. Just as eager to assume that Bill is just as bad as he was, and heaven knows we've all made that mistake before.
Yeah.
I think you'd know better than just about anyone what assumptions can do to people.
Yeah. Good thing is that we know that he's not... I haven't spoken with him in his new form, old form, whatever it is, I don't know. At all. But
Do you think that there are people out there that truly deserve to die?
I don't know if I can answer that question. I don't know if I'm the right person to.
I think there are. Very specific category of people. People who refuse change.
Yeah.
To others' detriment. People who are so set in their ways and so entitled to having things done their way that they can't see that it's hurting people. And every time they're reminded, they just push back. I think not only that that's the weakest breed of person, but that they truly do deserve to die.
Yeah.
Because maybe it'll change them.
If they're not gonna do it themselves, then I have to do it for them.
Even then, some of them don't change. Look at Sprocket. He doesn't listen when I tell him, he doesn't listen when I scream, and he sure as hell doesn't listen when I beat it into him. So, I mean, what else am I gonna do?
Keep your distance.
He's dangerous.
And when there's live uranium sitting in a field, do you run towards it?
No.
Exactly.
But you have to dispose of it somehow. Otherwise,
With
it's gonna
caution.
rot the environment around you.
You have to dispose of it with caution. Or else it'll all blow up in your face. You, earlier, back when, the sky crashed here, or, you know.
Yeah.
You, kind of scared me when you were talking to me back then.
Sorry.
It's okay, I just need to know that you know, you know that I care about you, right?
Yeah.
You know that a lot of the things that you've said and done have been integral parts of my life for the better.
I guess so. I've tried to do right by you.
What are friends for? Look, there has to have been a reason why Maxine or Helios or whoever kept who you were when making you who you are right now. So that's all I'm trying to say, I guess. There's some value in the person you are, and I don't think you will ever not be that person. At least not the way I see it. Take it from a lowly mortal who will never understand, but you know.
Mommy still calls me Natalie.
Really.
Yeah. I don't have the heart to tell her that it hurts. Yeah. I don't know.
um yeah.
I don't have the heart to tell Mommy that it still hurts. That's not my name. Not anymore.
Maybe I can do it.
I don't think he'd take well to it.
Mm.
It's like he holds on to this version of me that doesn't exist.
Hmm.
That me is dead. And I know it because I remember dying. Have you ever felt what a heart attack feels like?
Well, no. Asking someone who doesn't know how they died. So, lived most of my life without one.
Well, it starts with this pain in your chest, and you get real tired, nervous, like you think something bad's gonna happen, and then it starts to feel a little more physical. You get shaky. You feel like your chest tightening, and it just hurts so bad. I died of heartache. Quite literally. The stress got so intense that my heart just stopped. To this day, I don't have a heartbeat. My body stopped working. If you listen closely to me, my body doesn't have a heartbeat. Maxine did that on purpose. He told me so. So I might as well not be human at all. I'm barely even alive. The only thing saving me is cognitive function, which even then is an AI.
I'm not. I mean, I don't exactly have a heartbeat either, do I? I mean.
But aren't you a ghost? You're not alive either.
What does that make me?
You're not an AI. I think Sprocket was right about a few things about me. One of those being that a rogue AI can't really fall off the course for too long without straying right back to it.
I think
And the
Sprocket's
other
full of shit.
is that I can only pretend to be human for so long before I get tired of it. So you could say the game's up.
What?
I'm not human and that's fine. Maybe I don't need to be. Just food for thought.
You don't seem happy with that.
I don't need to be happy, I just need to get the job done.
What job?
Yes.
What's your end goal? What is completing the job?
You won't like the answer. Obliteration, if you want me to be honest.
Of what?
Me. If I do this right, then you'll all get out. You'll get to go home.
I don't want to go home. I want to be here. I want to be with you. I want to be with Fable. Am I being selfish?
No. You're being human. I don't think I should pretend to be human for any longer. I think it would inconvenience a lot of people. Hinder my ability to get things done.
You know, I don't exactly like that idea. It's not for me to dictate, I guess, but I guess if you've been pretending this whole time, then it'd be best
I
if you
was
didn't.
once. It got taken from me, so why pretend that I still have it? Living in delusion was never good for anybody. It's just a thought. Maybe it's not good to lie to yourself, lie to other people. Your best friend was turned into a machine. How does that make you feel?
Maybe confused. I feel like if you were some sort of machine going rogue, then all the decisions I made because of you, even after your acclamation, what does that make those? sorry to answer your question with another question, but
Those are still your own decisions.
decisions I wouldn't have made without you.
Then I guess you're resourceful. Using the tools you're given to your own benefit is a great display of intelligence. You should be proud of that.
And if I'm not?
I guess you're humble at the very least. I don't know what to do with all of this. I know I feel a lot of things, but it's getting to the point where it feels almost wrong. I wish they would get rid of me.
I hope they don't. I mean, if you're gonna go, I want it to be on your own terms at least. You deserve that at
It is on my
least.
own terms.
Then what, I'm gonna let them take you and put you in some sort of divine punishment dimension or some sort of horrible pocket dimension?
They're gonna terminate me, Cody. They're gonna terminate me. Is that a better answer?
And if they do something worse?
What could they possibly do that's worse than this? What punishment could they delve out to me that's worse than this?
Is this a punishment?
Is this a punishment?
Is it really that bad that you're at least able to... I mean, of course, I wish more than anything that you'd be able to not be denying your own worth as a human being and...
You don't think that this is a punishment?
I think they could have had you here in better circumstances, but I sincerely hope that us being able to exist in the same plane of existence is at least some sort of silver lining. Call me selfish, but I want to call you my friend. And I believe you're still human, at least. I know you're not the same person you used to be. None of us are. But don't you think there's at least some parts of that that are still through with you? Those don't just go away.
What little that was left of me has been damn it. I don't recognize myself when I look in the mirror.
Then who am I talking to?
A machine. I told you that already.
Well,
And
and
I'm sorry.
is that you or the machine that's sorry?
Both.
I guess
Because both of them are still learning.
well, all I can do is forgive you, I guess. And just give you time to learn. I guess I'll need that time too. You're not the same person I knew, then I need to teach myself that.
I'll try to be.
Don't. If all that's doing is making you hurt, then it's the last thing I want. Just be whoever you are, I guess. I don't know. I've been thinking about this all wrong. I'll still... I guess I will still... I don't know.
That doesn't make me care about you any less. None of my feelings about you have changed. It's me that's changed. You still are my best friend. You've always been. That's not changing or going away. I just don't want you to feel what I do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What are friends for? I'm still not gonna let them take you away. I don't... I don't know how to explain this to you, but I feel like you underestimate how far they'll go to make you hurt.
I'm sure I do.
And I
But
don't
at
want
least I
that
know
for you.
some of those lengths. And those are far too much already. I'm just tired. Where did the other two run off to?
I don't know. I don't know.
Should we go find them?
Um, yeah, let me... You go look for them, I guess. I'll be right back. I need to go. Hermes needs to be fed and such, so...
Yeah.
talking. God damn it. I guess she's still my friend. If anything's left of... If she's still in there? Is she still in there? This really is hell for her. I'm just gonna be there for her through it.